Damn right there is, baby. And it's time for a meeting. How y'all doing today? Oh, shit. Better do this before I forget what I'm doing. Gotta switch cameras, baby. Jeff Curry just jumped in the room, followed by Bart Larson and Gary Spring. Let me see, that smart-ass squaw is with us. My goodness, and so is the remixtress. Stephanie Dean and Jay are both there. Christmas movies to fun. I just got done watching a boy named Christmas. Outstanding, outstanding. Very good movie. Anyway, Jeff Curry's here. Mark Perkins, thank you very much for being in the room, brother. My neighbor, Tracy Tobias. Randy Peterson's in Pensacola. Woo! Pig, buddy, hold on to your party, I bet. Working your way down here, brother. Keep going south. Michael Johnson is with us. Let me see, Bruce Preston. Let me see, Adina Michaels here. Deborah Douglas. Jeanette Miller's here. Let me see. Nancy Halverson is here. Our own Karen Van Wyck is here. Jeanette Miller, thank you for being here. Let me jump on down here. Find out where I am. Dina Michael, everybody's with us. Anyway, what's going on today? Well, sometimes you just want to laugh. And that's what we got today. Sometimes you just want pure entertainment. And boy, howdy shit, it comes through right there on the news. And you get that smile on your face and you just think all sorts of good thoughts and all sorts of shit. Hello, Keith Thompson. The story today, well, the story started in my mind yesterday when my wife, Marcia, came in and she said, well, did you hear Donnie's got a big announcement? No, what? I don't know. It's going to be some big, huge announcement. It's going to be on Trump, Truth Social or whatever the hell it is over there. And even the news yesterday evening was speculating, well, this could be, is he going to announce his running mate? Is he going to announce that he's not going to run? Oh, there was speculation going all over the place. So everybody's waiting this morning to find out what the great, big, huge, humongous, stupendous news was. And we found out. And it reminds me that, mind you, on Twitter, I think the hashtag trending was Trump is a fool or Trump is an idiot. I think Trump is a fool. His great news that he came out with is that he is now selling NFTs. And I just, again, I had to turn to Travis and say, remind me again what an NFT is. It's like a baseball card, or it's a piece of art, but it only exists in the internet. And it's like they compare it to having crypto coin. There's a blockchain to it. You buy it and it's yours. And of course everybody else could look at it and make photocopies of it or whatever, but hey, it's yours. And you could buy them for $99, and there is a bunch of them. There is Donnie standing there ripping his suit open and showing all the rippling muscles underneath with the big Superman logo, except with a T, of course. You could buy that one. You could buy one a bucking bronc horse. You could buy one driving a NASCAR. Oh, the bucking bronc. Oh, muscles just rippling, baby. Are you shitting me? Yes, he's an idiot. And it shows you how desperate he is now for money. He's going to sell these things. And there's going to be people who buy them. Don't think there won't, baby. There's maggots out there, honey. Do we have $99? I just really want to get the bucking bronco one. Are you shitting me? Yes, he's going to sell some. Do people want to kiss his ass? But that was his big news, baby. His big, stupendous. Might add that dumbest idea yet. Non-fundable turd. Yes, that's about it. I can't remember what the word is that he used. Anyway, yeah, that's what it is, a non-fundable turd. And, what was I going to say? Oh, shit, just went right out of my head. It shows you how desperate he is. That is what he's going to start clinging to, is selling shit. But he's a money-grubbing little... That's all he's in it for anyway. We've all known that forever. I don't know, what the big humbug... Oh, what was I going to say? Well, there it went right out of my damn head. Photoshop JPGs. That's right. Sort of like when they put, my face on some muscle-bound, it's just not the truth. I'd sell it, but, nobody's going to buy it. Hello, Miss Chick.
Hi, John.
How are you doing? Have you
I'm so
bought?
glad that you chose this topic.
I gotta look. I can't remember what the hashtag is on Twitter. It's something hashtag.
Oh, I didn't catch the hashtag yet, but you know, first thing I listened to the little video of him selling his product, if you call it that, and he's referring to them as trading cards. And
Trading cards.
immediately my brain went to 7 and 11-year-olds, 7 through 11-year-olds with their little baseball
Yep,
cards and
there you go,
things
baby.
like that. And I'm thinking, who is he selling these to?
The hashtag that was trending is actually Trump is a laughing stock. That's what the
Oh,
trend on Twitter was when I woke up this morning. I checked things like that to see what's happening if anything went poof in the middle of the night, and
yeah,
that's what it was. Trump is a
that was
laughing
this one.
stock because
Oh,
he
boy.
made such a big announcement that this big thing was going to be announced on Truth Social from. Oh, I love this part of his little thing there. From your favorite president, even more
Oh.
popular than Lincoln or Washington.
Bleh.
Oh my God! You know it is sickening to sit there and listen to that guy. Uh, he is just I've never seen anybody more stuck on themselves, more self-absorbed than that man is.
And did you see some of them? That he,
Yes, yes. I was looking at the one where he's standing there with lasers coming out of his eyes and stuff. Are you shitting me? But that's who they think of him as.
hey,
That's
I
a,
got two
that's
lasers. I'll trade you for one humping a
yeah,
flag.
yeah, yeah. That's what it's going to be. I guess it's going to be. Uh, yeah, uh, that's exactly what it is, Michael. I'll wait for it to pop up there. Michael, just, where's my thing? Doggone it! It didn't reset. Well, Jenny says thank you, and Michael Johnson just donated $2 and said, "Now funding treason." That's what NFT now funding treason. Fuck Trump. What a razz. What an ass. Uh, Thank you, Michael. That's good, buddy. Now funding treason, and he spelled treason with 45 in the middle. I like that. Johnny Fly,
That's appropriate.
Hey,
have you bought your NFT yet, buddy? Come on,
no,
come on,
I'm
man.
looking. I'm looking
Limited
for a
time
car.
offer.
I'm looking for a car that hasn't kissing Putin's ass.
Yeah, well, his face, his ass, it's either one. Pick one. It's the same
Well,
thing.
yeah, they're confusing. Maybe not. You look at
Shit.
one or the other, the same look. They look the same.
I
Do
just,
they have one of him sitting on the throne with his pants around his ankles tweeting? I
uh,
Well,
might buy
I've
one of
seen that
those.
picture somewhere, but oh, I wanted to say, did you see there was I think she was a CNN correspondent or something, and she was interviewing Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer. They were sitting at a Chinese restaurant,
right.
and she just happened to mention Donald Trump, and Nancy said, "We don't. I don't want to talk about Trump while I'm eating."
I just went to look on Twitter and where it was, Trump is a laughing stock, and I noticed a new one trending. It says the Donald. I said, oh shit, what's that? Let me read. Let me. I don't know what it's about, but let me read a couple of tweets from people. Let me see. Jeff Tiedrick. I don't know. Serious question for Trump supporters. Aren't you fucking embarrassed? I think that's a very valid question. Aren't you fucking embarrassed? Are you shitting me? His big announcement. I'm going to read another one. I haven't even read this one all the way through. I just like the way it started. This is from another one from Jeff here. Oh my fucking God. Trump's major announcement is digital trading cards featuring his own big, dumb, stupid pumpkin face, and holy shit, he's selling them for $100. I shit you not. I wish I was making this up, and the rubes are going to eat this shit right up.
They are.
I guess that's the news that hit this morning, and
Well, the
Hey,
only
I don't
John.
problem
know
is
if y'all can see this if I hold that up to the. There's
the
one of
ones
the
that
NFTs.
he's
There's him
trying to
standing
sell these
there.
to probably don't know how to download them.
Yes, yeah. Who are
Hey,
you?
hey, John. I want to ask you. Is that 99 cents a card or 99 cent package deal
Yeah, I
still
think
for all of
it should be. It should read 99 cents a package of 20. That's what it should read, but no, it's $99 under $100. Save your money right now. Come get it while it's hot, baby.
Yeah, and then there was something in there about getting them for Christmas.
Yes, yes.
Could you imagine
John,
if you got one of those for Christmas?
Hey, John, you go first, okay?
What?
You go first and buy a car, and I might reconsider.
Well, I've already bought. How
Oh,
do you buy?
a car?
Well, again, it's digital, right? So
Yeah.
how am I supposed to wipe my ass with that?
You'll find a way.
I'm not doing it. My phone, I like my phone. I'm
Well,
not going to rub
no.
my phone up my butt. Just
Well, no. What you do, John, is you print it out and then wipe your ass.
I guess so, man. Get your printer ink all over your butt there. Just printing out his image. Holy shit. But that's where we are. Now, do you really think, considering news like this and what more is to come, who tells, you think he's serious about being president again? No.
Who knows? I mean, yeah, he wants to be.
He wants
It's
to
all
be.
about him.
If he could, he will.
Well,
Yeah.
Chuck Schumer
I
said
don't-
today, he said in the interview, he said, there's no way he's going to run. People aren't going to vote him, man.
No, they're
They're
not.
not.
The
Yeah,
maggots
not
will.
enough people. will
Not
vote him.
enough. They'll split the Republican ticket, and that's just fine with me. Why don't he run as an independent? Maybe him and Sinema could get together.
There you go.
Both run.
Michael Johnson has another comment there, but before you read it, he did have some kind of special going on where you could win prizes, like maybe dinner with him or a round of golf.
Oh my God, yes. Michael Johnson just came back in. I'm sorry, Michael, my little donkey ain't working. Hold off on her. Hey, she's getting lazy. Michael Johnson just came back in with another $2 and said, buy the card to play golf. 9-iron comes to mind. Fuck Trump. Put it up on the grass and knock that sucker off, baby. I was just so, amused this morning by that news. That was his big, because yesterday evening, like I said, the news was playing it up like, hey, Trump's got something big to say here. We all better pay attention. And that's what you get. NFTs.
Well, that's what he wants. I open my mouth, everybody listens. Doesn't matter what comes out.
It doesn't matter. And I'm looking here at a headline now. Who's this from? I think this is on Yahoo, and it says, Republican support for Trump craters in new poll.
Craters.
Craters, yeah. I think they got DeSantis at, I think it was like, I don't know, 68%, and Donnie's like at 32% or something like that. I don't know. It was pretty.
Oh, he hates those numbers.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think he stands a chance of doing what he thinks he's going to do, but, I don't think he's got it to become president again. I don't think that is in the cards at all. There's just not enough people in this country that would put that dumbass back in. But the damage he can do between now and then, now and 24, yeah, that's a lot.
Someone else said that maybe he's got to sell these trading cards to pay for his lawyers.
It must be. They done caught him using his PAC money for it. You can't do that, so he's got to find another source to pay the lawyers, I'm sure. What is his other expense nowadays other than lawyers?
I don't know. He doesn't pay taxes, probably.
No, he don't pay taxes.
Hey, look at the bright side, John. If he goes to prison, he won't have to worry about paying bills anymore.
Yeah.
There you
Don't have to
go.
worry about it all,
Yeah.
buddy.
That's right.
You
Mhm.
3 squares and a
meals and a
cot,
cot.
buddy. You'll be
Yep.
set for life. I'm sure all
Well,
the
I'm
prisoners inside prison will call you Mr. President every day.
Well, I'm looking forward to Monday when they
I
have that
am looking
revelation.
I am looking forward to Monday.
Oh, right.
When the January 6th committee meets for the last time, that we're going to see, I imagine, and because the report comes out on the 21st. So, like I said before, you have to imagine that Monday's meeting, Monday's televised session, being the last one, is going to highlight a lot of that, a lot of what we're going to see in the final report. I think they're going to come out with and publicly state the recommendations on who's going to be recommended to DOJ and who's going to be recommended to the Ethics Committee.
Oh, yeah, they said they'll do that.
Yes. And they need to get that shit underwater. Get it going. Just the mere fact of what we saw the other day with Congressman Dumbass up there calling for martial law. You know, these people are still seated in Congress. The ones that are
Yeah.
so willing to turn their back on this Constitution that they claim to hold so dear. They're lying to you, baby.
And they, you know what? The fact that a lot of them were reelected them, they shouldn't even hold office.
No,
They
no.
should be kicked right out.
There is a vast majority of them that should be out just on the 137 of them that voted not to certify the election, including my congressman. Shouldn't be in there. What the fuck are you? He objected to Pennsylvania. My congressman down here, Michael Cloud, Texas 27th district down here on the coast, doesn't know shit about Pennsylvania. But yet he jumped in, baby. Why? Because he was outraged at the injustice. No, because Donnie told him to.
He was on the Trump train.
That's it, baby. He's on the Trump train. Do whatever the boss says do. If it embarrasses your ass, that's okay. If it makes you look like a crooked shit, that's okay. You did it in the name of Donnie. And that's what my congressman did in my book.
Well, look at Dr. Oz was running for Senate. He didn't know the first thing about Pennsylvania, but he brought him in there
They're
too.
carpetbaggers, buddy. That's who people like that are, carpetbaggers. They'll move to wherever, you know, they think they can sell the people their load of shit.
Mm-hmm.
And that's exactly what Herschel Walker was doing in Georgia. He didn't live in Georgia. He lives in Texas. That's all right. It doesn't matter. He played for Georgia one time. Let's go run there. That's it. You know, he's from Georgia, so let's run in Georgia. But he doesn't live there.
As citizens of this wonderful country, we got to figure out a way to hold those that are in power in our government responsible, personally responsible in some way, to keep them in check. You know, they're the ones that are supposedly coming up with the laws and signing things into law, and it's supposed to be based on what their constituents want and blah blah. But when it comes to trying to regulate them in any way, nope.
You know,
Nope,
we ought
don't
to
even
come up
mention
with some kind of a committee in Congress that would, you know, take a look at the ethical conduct of congressmen and senators and
How about a citizens committee?
Oh, that would even be better than an
That would be
ethics
good.
committee, because the problem with the ethics
Yeah.
committee is congressmen and senators. I mean, congressmen sit on the
Right.
ethics committee, and they're not
Again.
about to investigate their ass, their own
It's
self.
the pot calling the kettle black,
Yes,
or
yes.
you know, whatever the
You know, it is only
cat
when
watching
something
the-
that is thrown in front of the people in the public eye that we see anything out of the ethics committee. And we're going to see something, because the congressmen that are going to be referred to the ethics committee out of this January 6th committee did indeed take actions to subvert this government, and they broke their oath of office. You know, like I said the other day, justice is one of those fabrics, one of those threads that binds through this country and holds us together as a society. If the population watches this whole scenario play out, and this man is not held accountable, if these people that tried this insurrection, who tried to overthrow this government, this democracy, if they're not held to account, then what does that say? Where is that fabric? It only binds us together if we're poor.
Well, John, I also add those 34 congressmen, too, that were texting with Mark Meadows.
Yeah,
I think they should be taken out, too. What the hell?
that's part of
could they get
this,
away?
whatever his name is, the guy that I can't remember all over. The guy that was texting about martial law. The only way to save our republic is to implement martial law. He wanted the president to authorize military service people to
Was that
patrol the
Rick
streets of
Scott or
America,
something from
baby.
Pennsylvania?
Well,
Was that Rick
has he been
Scott?
watching the news as what's going on in Peru or something? I think they did do something there just the other day.
Something's going on down there. I didn't catch it. I just heard about
Right.
something.
And I was a little
They-
confused, so I didn't finish the
I
article.
think they arrested. Did they arrest their president?
But they were trying to implement martial law.
I'm trying to remember what it was. I think
Were
I
they
read
trying to
about it.
overthrow the government or what?
Well, one got ousted, and there's going to be some kind of hearing, trial, whatever their legal thing is. In the meantime, there's someone else that's in charge, but the general people don't like the person that's in charge, and they're just protesting, and like everywhere else in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me thank Michael Johnson for the third time coming in tonight. Came in with another $2 and said slap button for Holly, Cloud, Cruz, Marjorie Taylor Greene, etc. We could go through.
All 128 of
Oh,
them.
I'd be
We'll
hitting
be
that
here all
slap
night
button all day
slapping.
long. All day. There's an extra one thrown in. Thank you, Michael Johnson. Thank you very much, brother. We appreciate the help. Yeah. I wish we could.
Well, and the other
slap.
part that I want to see held accountable for the J6 stuff was the people that didn't show up when it got out of hand.
Yeah.
And why didn't they show up? What took them so long, and who was responsible for them not getting there?
This could, January 6th could have been a whole lot worse than what it was, because there were weapons in the area. There were weapons in Virginia waiting to come across that river. When Marjorie Taylor Greene stands up there and tells the public that if she would have been in charge, they would have won because they would have come armed. You think that's sentence through? And what does that mean?
That's someone who should be held accountable for her words.
She should be thrown out of office.
That's another one. That's right. She shouldn't even be allowed to be in Congress.
Shouldn't be allowed to say that kind of shit.
Yeah, she's out there saying it now. Now, this isn't right after January 6th or before January. This is now. She's out there saying this shit.
Any kind of private citizen can say whatever they want under their breath, but someone who's in office like that, saying it in front of a camera,
and we still have groups of people out here that want to do that.
But John, she said she was just being sarcastic.
No, she wasn't.
She didn't mean it.
No, you listen to the tape.
I heard what she said.
Sarcastic, my ass. She's being ignorant is what she's doing. She's playing to the crowd. She wants to work them up because that's they get all excited. They're enthused. They want to go riot. They want to go take over the Capitol again.
That's it.
That's what she's trying to incite them to do. That's what she is suggesting with that shit. Well, hell, if you just put me in charge next time. Well.
But yet we can't get sensible gun laws.
Yeah.
After 10 years after Sandy Hook. Come on.
The anniversary just passed, and that was heartbreaking to remind ourselves of that tragedy, and to also, like you say, the realization that we ain't done shit about it.
And how much does it take for those parents to come together to try and make a change and to keep at it for 10 years?
That's heartbreaking.
It is heartbreaking. But I give them so much credit because, otherwise their children died in vain, quite literally. I mean, they died in vain anyways, but I mean, there's got to be something.
I can't imagine the heartache.
Some reason.
As a side note, just to throw this out there, I just told you, John very seldom watches movies. We've already determined that, but John sat down yesterday, and me and the kids and everybody sat right there and watched A Boy Named Christmas. A very heartwarming movie, not beautiful story about how, I guess, Santa Claus comes to be. But there was a line I told my wife at the end of the movie, I'm going to remember that line the rest of my life. It's not something I didn't know or any one of us doesn't know. But it was the way it was put. And it was one character telling another little boy that heartbreak is the price we pay for love, and worth every bit of it. And that line it hit with me. Heartache is the price that we pay for love. Because if you love somebody, eventually, somebody's heart is going to break. But would you give up everything you had because of that heartache? No. And it stuck with me. It's a very sweet and tender movie. You ought to fucking watch it.
Okay. Get the Kleenex out.
It was.
That sounds like an order.
It was a very sweet movie. Very good movie.
I did see another really good movie recently.
What's that?
In fact, it was just this last weekend, I think. I saw Will Smith's Emancipation.
Oh, yeah?
It is excellent.
I have not seen it yet, but I heard about it.
I will say trigger warning for any veterans, because they do have some very graphic war scenes. It was the Civil War, but they are definitely very graphic scenes
Right.
in that. So if anybody gets triggered by that, you might want to either skip that scene or or maybe skip the movie. I don't know which, but
Just be aware of
it's an
it.
excellent movie.
Yeah, it looks like one I want to see.
Yeah.
Lincoln was
What's it called?
Emancipation.
Emancipation.
Oh yeah, yeah, because
Yeah.
I'm interested in that stuff.
If anybody wants to know how come John can quote Gettysburg Address, it's because John played Lincoln in the school.
And I won't give,
in the school
other than
play.
that, I won't give any other tidbits because, you know, you want to see it yourself. We don't
Yeah,
want
you
any,
don't give it away.
no
Right.
spoilers, no spoilers.
That's
Other
right.
than Will does an excellent, he's just does an excellent job in, you know, being the lead in that movie. I really like everything he does. I've never
Well,
really not liked him.
Well, I've had the privilege to go down to Gettysburg quite a few times. I stood
you?
right on the spot where Lincoln gave his address and all.
Yeah.
And you know, it's amazing. It's amazing.
You know,
They even have a picture.
I love visiting.
They have a.
I visited
Go ahead.
that general area up around Virginia and all that. Williamsburg,
what was
Colonial
that?
Williamsburg. Oh, there's just lots of
Did
history.
you go to? Did you go to Manassas where that? I believe it was the first land battle of the Civil War. Manassas, right
I
outside
can't.
of Washington.
I can't remember. We went to a lot of places. This was back
Yeah.
in the 70s. Oh, shit. Yeah, it's been a few days since. Joe Garcia, how the hell are you doing?
Oh man,
Oh, man.
I'm doing. I woke up with the munchies.
Oh, hell. And what did
I-
you do about this problem?
Well, I got me a Coca-Cola and some Cheetos.
Buddy, come on now. I was expecting more like a taco or something.
Nah, Mama's in bed already. She's gonna work tonight. We had 2 wonderful days of being together.
Yes, y'all were gone.
Yeah,
Well,
and
glad you made
it's
the
like
trip back.
it's like a third, fourth, fifth honeymoon. I love honeymoon.
How could you get tired of a honeymoon, buddy?
I can't.
You're a romantic ass. Listen to you, buddy. I know you're making the rest of us look bad, right?
Boy,
Oh man, what did I do?
I'll lead the way, and you follow.
That's it. Yeah, no pressure,
Well,
huh?
John,
No pressure.
John
My wife
is-
might be listening to this shit now. What am I supposed to do?
hey,
Do something
John,
romantic? Shit.
it's not bothering me because I'm still single yet.
Yeah, but see,
Single and available.
you're just not being romantic enough, Johnny Fly. Come on.
Oh, I can be very romantic.
Well, there
I
you
just
go.
need
You
to
just
find
got to turn on the romance and just go out and have a good time.
I got the Italian in me. What can I say?
Is that what it
Oh,
is? Is that what it is?
Exactly.
Okay. Okay.
that's the trouble. He's Italian.
You know what I told?
Oh, now we have a good reputation
You know
between
what I
them.
told my wife when I first met her?
What was
When I
that?
told her when the first time she ever heard my last name, she said, "John, what?" And I said, "Britava." I said, "Baby, that's French, and everything that implies."
And did you
I
say
had
that
her right there.
romantically, John?
I had her right there.
Did you say it romantically?
Oh,
Did
buddy,
you
I
say-
put the look at it. I said, "Baby, and everything that implies." Well, Frenchmen are known for such things, and there you go. History
Oui, oui,
was
oui.
made.
There you go.
Anyway,
Life is good.
it is. It is. And yeah. And we're looking forward to a nice Christmas. I hope everybody is. 'Tis the season. You know, that's how come we watch that movie, Boy Named Christmas.
Well,
So,
John?
Christmas movie time.
You know, John, if
What?
you're really into the mood of Christmas, I've got a little bit of snow up
Hey,
here.
hey,
and
hey,
ice.
hey.
I can send it down to you, and it'll be
That's all
just
right,
like
buddy.
Christmas.
Are you on Facebook, Johnny? Yeah, you are. Yeah, right?
I'm on Facebook, but I'm not on live now. I'm just on.
Oh, no, I posted a memory. You know how they got the memory things?
I saw it.
From 5 years ago. And that was the last time it snowed here, right before Christmas. As a matter of
I'll have
fact,
to
we're
check that
talking
out.
about that right now because on Christmas Day, we are projected to be, that big old cold front that's coming down, it's going to be down here, and we're going to be at least 35. Weather looks a little iffy, so The chances, I don't talk around here, the chances of us setting up for another Christmas snowfall, holy shit. Y'all have to remember, it's a big thing down here if that happens because we are Corpus Christi, body of Christ. Right. That's what we are, baby. And so if it snows down here on Christmas, it's a message. And and I hope we do. I hope it kind of does.
Well, you know, the last time it really had a significant snowfall
Yeah, it was.
in in my little hometown. People that did not smile at you,
We're smiling.
more like, they not only smiled, they were, I mean, skipping and jump. I mean, Scrooges were everywhere, jumping out and saying hello.
Oh, it just brings out the best of people down here.
Yes.
Now, if you lived in, I don't know, let's pick a spot
Michigan.
on the map. Let me throw a dart. Oh, look at there. Minneapolis, Minnesota? Are you shitting me?
Oh, boy.
You got snow. Snow is not
There he is.
Yeah, I wonder if they have power up there because I know
I don't know.
parts
Let's
of
ask. Keith,
Minnesota-
do you still have power?
And we had a heat wave.
A heat wave?
32 degrees.
How much?
here.
What did you say?
32.
32, a heat wave.
And we tried to keep the back door closed.
Yeah, I bet so. Please. Please do.
It was
Please do.
tropical 37 here today. God.
Oh, man.
Well, yeah, it went up to around 32, a little more today. It was cold. Then we
Well, I
had-
must say
we
it
were
was
cold
colder
out.
down here today, too. It was 78, so yeah.
Well,
There was a,
yeah, but you didn't get sleet. We started getting sleet, then it was sleet and snow.
no.
Yep.
Then it turned to all snow for a bit. Then it went back to sleet. And I thought the
It's
local diner was
wishy-washy
going to
shit.
open them.
Can't make up its
I
mind.
walked all the way over there, John, and here it was closed. I thought, you son of a
Oh,
bitch.
you shitting me. Kick the door in and go in anyway.
Yeah.
You know what
This-
happens
What?
We
when it gets
yeah,
lots of
rain-soaked snow, the heavy snow
Right?
that's down, and then it ices up.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well, feel lucky
On-
because Gary Spring just said it's -9 up there where he's at.
North Dakota.
No, he's in Canada.
He ain't
Minus
trying.
9
Canada.
degrees or Celsius?
I would guess
Is it
that
might
he's
be
saying
so?
Fahrenheit or
probably.
Celsius?
Yeah,
Well, they
everybody's
take-
going,
they take-
"Ooh."
If they take
On
off
your-
their snow chains and slam on the brakes, they'll end up here in Texas.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just keep sliding until you run out of that sliding surface. You'll get here.
See, John, you're the only one that's alone. We need to send that stuff
No,
down to
see,
you.
I
Come
keep
on,
explaining to
40
this shit
pounds.
to you. I'm allergic to pain. Cold brings
Huh.
pain. I'm allergic to
Oh,
that
well.
shit. So when it gets cold, my joints hurt like shit. That's
Do
pain.
you think I like it? I don't
I
like
just-
it up here either.
Well, how could you not? It's Pennsylvania. Beautiful country up in there. I've seen pictures
No,
of it.
in a way, I don't mind the change
Poconos.
of season.
I've seen pictures.
Yeah.
Looks beautiful.
Oh,
I've
yeah,
seen
I
pictures of
love
it covered in freaking snow. It looks pretty.
Hey, John, the mountains up in Pocono, they're calling for 2 feet, especially up in the
And
New
I
England
bet
states.
it is fucking beautiful. I bet it's
Well, yeah,
gorgeous. Send me a picture.
Take a
Thank
picture. Send it to John.
Send me a
Oh,
picture.
yeah.
Well, the-
Oh yeah.
well, I
spent
don't
time
live up in the Northeast. I
Oh,
don't live up in the
I-
Northeast. I live in Pennsylvania. I'm a little further south. But they can keep it up there. I'm not ready for the big snowstorm.
Let
but
me
we'll get
let me
that in
caveat
January.
everything I say with I believe in my heart truly that people that live up there, they got bigger huevos than me, baby. They are a stout people just to be able to endure that. Knowing it's coming every year. It's coming back next
Yeah.
year. The shit's gonna warm up, but then it's gonna get freezing again.
Mhm.
And you still
We
stay.
always have a home here in Minnesota, John.
I'm keeping that in my mind, Keith. Believe me. If I ever need to get somewhere, I might have to pick somewhere. You
I
know
tell
me.
you
I
what,
told you I
Tom.
want to go up there anyway because I want to see the headwater, not the headwaters, the Mississippi River, where it born at. All the little tributaries. It's
Oh,
beautiful up
yeah.
there, they say. You know, 13
Minnehaha
degrees.
River. And
Don't
Minnehaha
forget to wear your
Falls.
bug spray, though.
Bring bug spray. You
Bring
mean
bug spray.
the snow don't kill all them buggers?
Nope.
Son of a gun.
Nothing kills mosquitoes.
Yeah.
oh Lord, they got mosquitoes
Well,
up there.
Yeah, they got mosquitoes
they
up there too,
hide.
bub.
Only in the
Oh.
temperate season, but yeah, we have mosquitoes.
Yeah, they
You
hide.
know-
They hide or they
That's
have
all
eggs,
year
and
here.
then in the spring, in the spring
Well,
they
down in-
hatch. So. Go
You know,
ahead.
in Mexico, tequila cures that. Because you get drunk and you don't feel them
Don't
You
feel,
biting.
just
don't
don't
feel a
care,
shit.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, you don't feel a shitting thing.
You also dance a lot with that.
Mm-mm-mm.
Something just
At least I
like
used to.
I don't care.
Yeah, bite the shit out of me. Go ahead, get drunk too.
Yeah,
Well, you know
drink
what
plenty of
the
alcohol
actual
before they bite you, Keith.
Mm-mm-mm.
the best day of the year is?
It's
December
the
22nd.
most wonderful time of
No.
the year. Yeah,
December 22nd is my favorite day of the year.
Can I
November
guess why?
22nd.
December 22nd.
Oh, December
Yeah,
22nd. Pray tell why.
Her birthday.
Can I
It's
guess
the
why?
day after the shortest day of
The day
I
after
was
the
gonna
shortest
say,
day. I
I
like
That
the
was
means
way
gonna
things are
say,
I
getting
like the way
brighter
you
again.
think.
the,
Yeah,
the days start getting longer, John.
Yep.
And
good,
that's my favorite day
good.
too.
Because with this daylight, I mean, with this time that we're on right now, then I guess this is normal time, right? 'Cause
I
Yeah,
think
we're
so.
back
Yeah.
to
I don't
we're
know.
back
this
to regular
sucks.
time.
When I look out
Well,
my
what's
window
going
out there
on?
at 5:30 and it's dark, that sucks. It's like
Yeah.
Well, what's
5:30.
going on with that, John? Are they changing that come this April?
They are trying to, but it hasn't been passed yet because I think it passed this. It passed one house,
They-
didn't pass the other, but they want
Yeah,
to
they
take
just
it
put it
to.
off because other things were more important, I
Yeah.
think, and
Yeah,
they couldn't
well, I hope
decide
the hell.
Yeah, they
whether they
couldn't
I hope
wanted
decide.
to
the
have
hell.
it the spring
Well,
forward time or the fall back time.
I hope they
Well,
go
I
with the
hope the
spring
hell they.
forward time because this bullshit
Yeah,
getting dark
this
at
is
5 o'clock.
ridiculous. I hate. Well, I hate having to crawl up my ladder and change the clock all the time.
It's
That's
depressing.
ridiculous.
It's
It
depressing.
is.
Well, at some point, you're going to just have a day that has less than 8 hours of
It's not so
daylight.
much the dark at 5:30 as when I'm sitting there for a while or doing something, and then I look out the window and what time is it? It's got to be like what 9 o'clock? You know, 6:30. What? Yeah, it's like shit. I'm ready to hit the bed. And it's only 6:30. Shit, I got hours to go to entertain myself before I go there. But anyway,
That's all. I'd be glad you don't live up in Alaska, because, well, when the summer comes, I think they have it pretty much 24 hours a day.
oh
The
yes,
sun's,
yeah,
yeah, the
up
sun's
above
up.
the Arctic Circle. Yeah,
Yeah,
I've
It
seen
gets
that.
then
kind of dim,
I've
but it's
seen
still
that.
light out.
but
I thought
when
it
the
was
winter
neat.
comes, it's dark for. What is it, dark
Really?
for like
1
6
o'clock in
months
the
or
morning?
something?
I don't think so. Yeah. No, it was weird. Again, too cold. That's my problem. Just
Too
too
cold.
freaking cold. I
Well,
got
Even
too
in
many
the summer.
things that hurt nowadays.
If you ever miss it, John, either go up to Alaska or Minneapolis, and
No. That's where I was.
Keith will
I
be
was
happy
in
to
Alaska when
show
I
you.
came across when I got this disease of colditis. That's where I was.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, I ain't shit you. I need to dig one out. But John's got pictures of him in those fur Parker things with the wind blowing. Well, I didn't
Oh,
have
yeah.
a beard, but you could see my little bitty mustache I had back then. Looks like it's fucking
But did you have
frozen.
icicles on your mustache?
There's icicles fucking everywhere.
There you go.
Everywhere. When you get snowed into your barracks for like 2 weeks and you got nothing. We called it the ADAX stare. You just sit in a room and you just stare off into space. It's just you got nothing to do for weeks and weeks while you hear this shit outside just blazing. No, I don't like it. I am a sand and
Smartass
sea kind of
Squaw
guy.
is singing on. Squaw is singing. When the moon hits your eye like it's 5:45.
Yeah.
It's December.
It's a summer. That's right, baby. I love
That's
it.
a good song.
It
That's
is
a good
31
song.
degrees
I love
here
that song.
in Bativa, Ohio. 31 degrees. See, it gets that way here. It gets down there like that
Yeah.
for a
Yeah,
couple of hours when it comes
Well,
in.
you can handle that, John.
I
You
can
can
as long
handle
as
it.
I
But
stay in the
what was
house.
it?
Huh?
What was that last year? How cold did it get when it went down for about a week? What was it in the teens?
Oh yeah, well like I said, we've been down. You know, occasionally. Like I said, 5 years ago it snowed. You know, so
Yeah.
we know what kind of weather that was. The big one was a couple of years ago when the power grid failed, and nothing's been done to improve that situation. So
Yeah.
a lot of people are expecting next major cold front that hits Texas again, we'll probably see the power outage.
Hey, didn't
Well-
that billionaire guy say that he could fix that for you?
Oh, we fix it, no problem. Just give me your money. That's all it takes. Give me your money, we'll fix it. Did he fix it? No.
Yeah.
Did we give him
Well, I
some
thought
money?
he moved some of his facilities into Texas and was going to fix that.
Yeah, well, I guess I haven't heard it. There might be things going on that I don't know,
Well,
but I have not
they
heard any major
reelected the
news.
governor there, John.
Yes, they
re-elected the
did. Just
governor.
rub it in,
Well,
Johnny.
hell,
Just rub it in.
They must like it there,
No.
John. They must like when the great.
No, we don't. No, we don't. It's just, again, it's just one of those things.
I know. Albert could give two shits.
He could. He's just like DeSantis. He wants to play
Mm-hmm.
an act for you. He wants to do things to make you go, oh my God, look at that. What he's doing. Oh, this is,
Speaking of Texas, what's going on with them
I didn't do
looking
it.
up people's IDs to find out if they've changed their gender on their
their
ID?
sex. Yeah, I heard about that.
Yes, I have it written down somewhere, and it'll probably take me 15 minutes to find it. There's
There's got to be
House bill
something
in
illegal
Texas.
going on there.
They are really trying to come down on pushing this, making transgender illegal. And if they catch parents down here, and I need to read up on what it was, because last time I did, it was still in the courts. So I don't know if a decision has been made. I know there hasn't been, because this would be major breaking fucking news if this bill passes. And it is that the state of Texas wants to use damn near any means they can to find out if you are allowing your child to explore their own personality. And that includes going to doctors, going into social media posts that you post, oh, little Jimmy here wants to be Judy. Oh, Lord, the police are going to come to your fucking house is what this bill does. But it goes beyond that. It is just a disgusting attack on the LGBTQ community in Texas by a bunch of God-fearing Republicans.
Well, what is this that they feel they have to mind everybody's business? Aren't there more important state functions to worry about?
I don't know if it was on the shores when I was talking to Marcia. That's what the law we need. Ain't none of your fucking business law. Is gay marriage. Are you the one in the marriage? No, then it ain't your fucking business.
What is the point? They're going to target them. Obviously, they're going to target them for some reason.
Yes. They're trying. They want to the degree of taking the child out of the home.
Well, no, see, these aren't children. These are adults with driver's license and state ID.
Yes. It's not
so
recognized.
So what is their point to be targeting these people?
Hate, to generate hate, to get the public outraged. I don't know. It's disgusting is what it is. And the Texas legislature has better things they could be doing.
Yes.
Fixing the grid.
This is
fixing the grid, exactly.
Well, there you go, because, like I said, we don't like to talk about religion, but that's what's behind it.
That is exactly what is behind it. There is big money from very religious people in the biggest here in Texas to maintain laws or put laws on the book that are right out of the Bible. It's a Christian law, so they want to make it law of the world. And that's where they fail to see the beauty of America.
In the next couple of days, someone's going to be having some kind of lawsuit about it, and sure of it.
Oh yeah, I'm positive.
There's somebody
that's
on
where
it.
Lives in the realm of lawsuits and courts.
I was listening to something earlier today that was talking about protests and the different types of protests and And there was a protest that I didn't realize had happened, and John I Fly, you might know about it. I don't know. I think it was in like 89 or so. And it was during the major AIDS crisis, and things just weren't happening. Things weren't being looked at. They weren't getting done. And anyone who had lost anyone and, was upset and still just couldn't get any answers out of the government as to whether they were going to do more research or whatever they were after, they literally took their loved ones' ashes in a protest and scattered them all over
Really?
the lawn in
Wow.
Washington. And I
Wow.
did not know that because they kept it
I don't
quiet.
pretty
You
quiet.
know, there
Pretty
wasn't a big
Well,
quiet.
media splurge. And at the same
you know
time,
what?
across the mall, they were having a different type of celebration, and that was the AIDS quilt, because that
Yes,
was
they
all
had that.
soft and warm and gooey, and oh, we
Yeah.
lost some people, and here's our memorial, which is nice and great. But the other people that were pissed, that their
Right.
loved ones died because they didn't get any help from the government, and research and things like that. They totally ignored that protest. It
Well,
was
yeah,
not
that's what
in the
happened
news.
because President Reagan, every
Yeah.
time I would
Yeah.
watch TV, every time they asked him a question, well, what are you going to do about the AIDS thing? What are you going to do about gay rights? Oh, I didn't hear you. What did you say?
Yeah. He
I'll look at it
ignored it.
later.
Him and his
Exactly.
That's
moral
exactly what
majority
he
at
would
the
do.
time that came in
Oh,
Jesse
with
Falwell, that's
fucking
so.
yeah.
Helms. That's all I have to
I
And,
like
say, right?
this. I
and
like
Jerry
this.
Falwell.
This comment the remixtress just put in. She said, "I grow tired of saying it, but it bears repeating. Forcing your religion unto others isn't religious freedom. It's more like
It's not.
spiritual terrorism. It is.
Yes.
It
Exactly.
is. Again, I
Yeah.
don't want to get kicked off on. I don't want anybody out there thinking John is anti-religious. Believe me, if you pray, I want you to pray hard and pray for the right things. I don't know if there's a God up there. I say that all the time. I'm afraid there is, because if there is, I'm afraid of my reactions, not his. I just religion. If y'all noticed that when we did when uh, Daryl Heimsness up in California donated all that food, we took it to churches because I believe churches, small churches, they know where the need is in the community they serve. So
Yeah, they're good.
I don't want to discriminate. I don't want to take it to no church because of religion. No, you take it to wherever the need is, and recognize who in the community might recognize that need. So you try to go there, or I've never been in a church that I wasn't completely, uh, you know, in respective of where I was. Uh, John never preaches anything about, you know, I have a personal problem with it, and that's me, and that's the right that every one of us enjoys. But I will stand up for your right to enjoy your religion. I just want you to
Well,
stand up for
John,
my right not to have it in my life. So,
there are churches out there and organizations that are decent. There are decent ones. I'm
Hmm.
talking about these big, and this is my pet peeve, these big uh, mega churches and networks, I might add, like down in Texas, daystar.com. Pull it up and you'll see all the bullshit
oh
they
yeah,
espouse.
Yeah, it
And matter
becomes
of fact,
a business. It
well,
literally is
that
a business.
it is.
Brian Lamb, you get this Brian Lamb who used to be the head of the network, him and his wife. Well, here, he was one of those that didn't buy into the vaccine for COVID, and today he's in his grave.
Yep.
And the other night, I was watching something I put it on once in a while to see what they say. And here they had this one supposed, I don't know if it was a doctor or he thought he was a doctor. Oh, well, they found it about this, about the COVID vaccine, and it didn't really
Right.
work and it had side effects. How the hell can they say that and
You
they're not
know,
even a doctor?
Ron DeSantis has the answer. He's going to get to the bottom of this shit. He wants a full
Okay.
investigation into this vaccine business.
Oh yeah, I did
Yeah,
see
that's
They
that.
right.
reported that on the news and then pulled up, I don't know, 10 or 15 video clips where Ron DeSantis is out there at some stage telling people to get the vaccine. It's a safe vaccine. It's the best thing you can do for your family and your
Yeah.
community, blah, blah, blah.
Right?
And now he's out there, well, we're going to get into the. Are you shitting me? He's trying to.
He's after the conspiracy
Again,
theories.
he is putting
Get
on a
them.
show. He's putting on an
Yep.
act for somebody in a
Just put
particular
that
group.
dirty old carpet across the clothesline and beat it some
Beat it,
more,
yeah, beat it
Ron.
some
Beat
more.
it some more.
Let me thank.
Well, then what will happen is when he decides to run for president, he can say, "See what I did." That's what he'll
Yeah.
say.
See what I did? Let me thank
Nothing.
uh,
Oh,
Ohms, for coming in with a $5 donation. Ohms, thank you very much. Every time I say that word, I want to get out my Simpson 260 meter and measure resistance in them.
Yeah,
Circuit.
electricity.
Yeah.
That's a mind of electrician, Ohms. Thank you very much, Ohms. We appreciate it tremendously. Yeah, DeSantis is going to send more people to early graves out in Florida. They think they will be the one to become the next. Nope. Yeah, Sonia, he ain't going to become. I don't know. I want to see the battle between Ron DeSantis and Donald Trump. I guess is that the game they're setting up here?
Well,
those
you know, they're
other
gonna-
Sock 'em robot
DeSantis
here.
Maybe.
DeSantis is doing better. He's on a higher percentage than Trump.
Substantially, yes. In the Republican polling right now, he's up in the 60s. Donnie's down in the 30s. What's up, Donnie?
Well, Ron can actually do a full sentence that makes sense.
Yeah, but wait.
Not that I like what he
Wait
says.
until the
but-
public gets hold of those NFTs. Then we'll see
Oh,
who's
right.
That's gonna be just ripping the shirt off with the muscles and the
Oh,
rodeo
man.
kick. I can't even raise my freaking shoulder. You shit.
I like the laser beam eyes.
Yeah, the laser beam eyes. God, that's just. That was even more when I heard NFTs and they were talking about it on the news. I said, oh shit! And then they were starting to show the pictures.
Hey, well,
my
maybe
God.
John,
Oh
maybe
my
that's
God.
maybe John. That's why his base is blinded. They believe him because they stared into his laser eye, and
The
that's what
sad
they.
thing is, Johnny Fly, that's who he sees himself as.
Yeah.
Not like that statue they hauled all over the place. Him standing out there naked with his mushroom pecker and big belly hanging down. That ain't him. This is all rippled muscles. It's sad.
Yeah.
that
Then you look at his face, and then you get. Ugh,
well, it just
ugh.
tells you they don't want to deal in reality. They
No,
want
they
that
don't.
fantasy of he's the macho man. He could just rip his shirt right off and do what it. No, are you shitting me? Oh, we're gonna go to the Capitol and I'll be right there with you. No, you ain't, you asshole.
I'd
Yeah.
love to see Nancy Pelosi's reaction if he was ever was in front of her and ripped her shirt off. She can't even stand it talking about it.
I
when
don't
they
blame
were
her
trying
one
to-
bit. If I would take the shot. I'd slap the fuck out of him and suffer whatever legal repercussions that might be. It would be
Well,
worth it.
that was wonderful when she ripped up that copy of the speech he had when he
That
did it.
will
I
forever
loved
live in
that.
history. Her ripping up that
Yeah.
speech, and it was that was a very loud statement and an appropriate one
Yeah.
at that. For listening to the bullshit that just came out of his mouth.
Sonia C has a question.
What?
Which I don't know anything about. Did you guys discuss MTG's new name for the Republicans, the Five Families?
I've heard the five
Maybe.
families thing. I did not know what it referenced. To me, it referenced the mobsters. The five families of New York.
Oh,
That's what I get. I don't know. But
I don't know. I hadn't heard that yet.
there is a big push to keep Kevin McCarthy from becoming Speaker by the very right-wing Republicans, the Marjorie Taylor Greene. She doesn't want him, unless he concedes to some of their demands, which one of them I know is that they want the right to toss his ass out at any given moment, which right now they have to have a certain referendum from the Republican conference to remove a Speaker. They want language in there that says, "Oh no, we want to do it today." So
I don't think he's going to stand.
We don't
for
like
that.
it, so we're going to change everything.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's interesting to watch this play out because they have very slim majority. It's not that
Good.
much, and they're to get anything done, they're gonna have to have Democrat support to do it, and the Democrats
Yeah,
still
they ain't gonna
retain the Senate. So, what game do you want to play? And the answer to that is Benghazi, Benghazi, Benghazi. That's what we're gonna
Well,
be.
what I'm hoping is that the Republican Party implodes upon themselves. They start fighting within themselves so much that they implode.
Yeah, Judge
I
Coggins
think you're
says
right,
Marjorie
Joe.
Taylor Greene says a group of Republicans called the Five Families is meeting every week in Kevin McCarthy's office in an apparent mob reference. There you go. The Five Families, if you know anything about crime in New York and mobsters, it's the Five Families controlled New York forever. Yeah, what an appropriate metaphor.
Of course.
Oh,
What about the
Well,
DOJ? Have
I
you
wonder
heard
if
anything
Kevin
about
McCarthy's going to
DOJ?
wake up with a horse's head in his bed. It's just, you have to wonder what's the message here. Shit.
Yeah.
but we're all going to watch it play out.
Well, if yeah, you've got the ones that want everything to change and they want it to be the worst. And then you've got some that are kind of in the middle, like whatever happened to the way it was, the
Right.
decency we had. We we had some respect, and then there's the Mitch McConnells that are just clinging by their fingernails, just trying to stay in the game.
Indeed. And
Yeah, I
right
think
now,
it's a matter of time.
well,
Well, I think
there's,
it's a matter of time until Mitch is out of there.
I
Oh,
don't
I hope
think
so.
Kevin McCarthy's going to survive too much of it.
I don't
Mitch
either.
McConnell is more solid than Kevin is, by far.
Yeah, Mitch is a weasel, though.
Yeah,
He
Mitch is a
just,
weasel, but he's good at what he does for the Republican Party.
I guess, he just kind of hangs on to coattails and
Yeah, well,
All I can
drags
say is
around.
he knows how to count votes, is what his deal
well,
is.
the next
He does
2
know how to
years,
do that.
John, the next 2 years in the House, you might as well forget they're not going to get anything
They're
done.
not going to get anything done but
And then,
investigations and
hopefully,
anything that
right.
really.
Well, hopefully, John, they'll get kicked out come 2024. They'll have a big change for Democrats again.
Bart Larson says Boehner lives close to him. Did y'all see him? Emotional.
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't see it yet.
Yeah, he kind of got emotional when he was talking about Nancy Pelosi's husband.
He does have a tender part of.
He does. He's got a soft part. We've seen
Yeah.
it before. You know, thank goodness somebody on that side has a little empathy towards somebody else.
Yeah, might
Yeah.
actually have a heart. I did
I
see
like
a
to
quote
think it
where
helps.
his daughters asked him to say hello to
Yeah.
Nancy Pelosi because
Oh,
they
yeah.
admired her so much.
It is. It's a scary world out here when our politics sinks to the level of that attack. That there are nut jobs out there that are going to take violence, take the course of violence over using your voice or your vote. They're not interested in that part. Go ahead, John.
I just wonder what's going to happen, though, if we're going to get anything done the next two years, or if it's going to be relying on the Senate. However, the Senate comes up with something, they send it to the House, then, because the Democratic majority in the Senate, the House will say no. They do it just for the hell of it. Well, Democrats pushed it through, we say no. How many times this past year did they put a bill, the Democrats put a bill, and not one Republican voted for it?
No.
Not one.
No. Let me
Right. It
send
depends on the bill, though.
Yeah.
I think we have at least 10 Republicans that if it's a decent bill, they might
sign-
vote
yeah.
for it.
Yeah. Yeah.
They aren't intimidated by this Trump shit or anything.
And less as the days go by, I think, too. Let me thank Ed Beatty Jr., who just came in with a $2 donation and said that's what Trump's big announcement was? Bullshit. Yeah. Yeah. I loved it, Ed. First thing when I woke up this morning, check the news. Oh, you shitting me. Yeah, that's what we started with, Ed. The great big announcement of Donnie's NFTs.
Don, you probably thought you were having a nightmare, and then you woke up. And
No, I smiled immediately. I smiled. I smiled even before I went over to look at Twitter to see because I see the news story hashtag Trump is a laughing stock. What's this shit? I go over there and look, and they're just comment after comment about how embarrassing it is for the Republican Party.
Well, I'd say what else is new? He's a laughing stock. We already knew that.
It's always been about the money. From Trump University to Trump Steaks, Trump Wine, whatever it is, he's going to sell you whatever the fuck he can, because he's Trump. Not because the steaks are good, the wine's good, or the NFT's good. It's because it's Trump. And that's what he sold. His fucking name. That's it. And somehow made it sound like it was a good thing. No. Probably getting cheap steaks and cheap wine. And we know what you got at Trump University. Nothing is what you got.
A schooling is what they got.
Yeah, they got schooling in being a sucker. But there were people that signed up for him because of his reputation in business, in real estate. Oh, if Trump did it, I could do it. No. Trump's a crook. If you did it, you go to jail. That's
Yeah.
what the big issue right now is. We're all waiting to see, because we all know if we did the shit Trump did, we'd be in jail. And that's the way this justice system needs to demonstrate itself. It needs
Hmm.
to show the American people that yes, nobody is above the law, because we have seen this man break the law,
Well,
break
John,
his oath to the
uh,
Constitution that he took.
let's see. Who we should take bets on? Do you think Donald Trump will be the first name on the list of referrals?
Out of the committee?
Yeah,
Yes.
I think
Mhm.
so too.
Well, I don't know if they'll do it for dramatic. He'll be number one. Now, whether we start off with coming in at number 10, and then work our way up, or start off with number one and work our way down. So it just depends on, I guess, the dramatic effect they want to do.
Yeah,
Starting in at
Right.
number 10, Ron
Our top
Johnson of
10 list.
Wisconsin.
Yeah.
The guy's going to carry the papers into the. Yeah, there's a list of them. And,
that's a good idea, John.
and
You
I
should
think
call
that congressman
Washington, tell 'em to do
last
that.
name was Norman. I don't know why. The one that just came out the other day that in his text message is calling for Trump to implement martial law. Are you shitting me? Martial law.
Yeah, that's
You
another
combine
one that
that
needs to
with
go.
idiots like Marjorie Taylor Greene with if it was me, we would have had weapons. It doesn't take much to see where this Republican Party would let itself go.
Well, John, I dread to see what will happen when Marjorie Taylor Greene gets a committee. I can only imagine the shit show that's going to be.
Benghazi, Benghazi, Benghazi.
Yeah,
Hmm.
and
Stay
Clinton
tuned.
maybe. Who else? Who the hell else I'll come up with?
If we want to do protests, that's what we should aim at. Anytime they come
Yeah.
up with a committee that's bullshit,
Yeah.
that's a
We
protest
ought to have a
day.
warning system. This is broadcast from the National Emergency System. Benghazi. It's that way we'd all know, that's just Benghazi shit. Don't pay no attention to it. It's just a test of our intelligence. And I'm afraid, but that's what they're going to do with Hunter Biden's laptop, or anything else. They want to go after the January 6th committee itself to investigate them for investigating Trump.
And
Yeah.
what's going to happen when they find out nothing's bad about the committee or nothing's bad about
I want
Hunter
to see
Biden?
what they're going to do on the 21st when the whole written report is put out. I want to see what they're going to do
Yeah.
after Monday, because I have a feeling that it's going to be a bombshell one. I have a feeling that,
Yeah.
yes, they're going to come out with the recommendations of the Department of Justice. I think they're going to
Tuesday's going to
speak
be a big day.
I think it
Tuesday
will
is
be
going
a
to be a
big
big day.
Monday. Monday?
Well, Monday they're having
Monday
the
is
public thing, but
Right.
Tuesday's the day that shit might happen.
yeah, shit will hit the fan the next day. It's yeah, I'm waiting for it. I'm all of us are. That's we're still in this group because we're politically minded anyway. We're all interested in this shit. I just we all have our hopes up very high for justice, for accountability, for somebody to finally hold this guy accountable for what the fuck he did, which is exactly what we need to do.
Right?
It's just
We're
Because-
gathered.
it's
We're
worrisome.
gathered here because we still believe that there is a justice system. There still is a country. That's why we're gathered.
That's why we're gathered. That's
Yeah.
why we all still hold on to this, because we still believe in the power of the Constitution. We're
And I think
hoping our
somewhere in there,
lawmakers-
Remistress made a point of saying holding a public office does not, give you immunity
No.
to any legal,
No, and if I'm not mistaken, you can still maintain your public office while sitting in jail.
Yeah.
I think you can.
Yeah, you can still run the mafia while you're sitting in jail
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, maybe that's, I don't know. The only outcome I see that's justified, the only thing that makes sense to me is that he has to be convicted. He has to be convicted, and really he should do time. But do I believe that's going to happen? In the grand scheme of things, I have my doubts because of the way they'll, it's not in the same respect, but the way Ford pardoned Nixon is to save our national sanity, or what did Ford put it? How did
No, but he shouldn't. Trump should never be pardoned
no,
by anyone.
no, I don't believe because it's with malice, and he continues to do it to this day.
Yes,
That's why I think he ought to be prosecuted. If he would have stopped this shit after the insurrection and it failed, and all of a sudden he decided to turn a new leaf and leave, well, should he be held responsible for January 6th? Oh, fuck yeah. But he wouldn't, not to the extent that he is now, that he continues. And now we find out on the 3 days before the inauguration of Joe Biden, they're still out there thinking about martial law. Are you shitting me? Yes, it's intentional. It's with malice. He knows what he's doing. So he needs to be held accountable for that. You and I would, baby. You and I would.
Well, and it's a matter of the world is watching.
Yeah.
And we can't just let this go. We can't let this go. Because look at what's going on in the rest of the world while they're watching us. They're copying us or whatever.
Jess Coggins just said Trump is hoping he can delay for 2 years and hope the GOP takes the office and pardons him.
Probably. I'm sure that's one of his plans.
If the Republican took control in 2024, I wouldn't put that out of realm. Depending on if it was, now maybe Ron DeSantis would say, I don't think so. I don't know. Would he? Would Ron DeSantis pardon Donald Trump?
Boy, that's a tough one. I don't know.
Oh, it is. You know he don't like him.
Right.
But he also knows he holds a lot of power within the maggot crowd.
But then I don't think any of them like him.
I just want the conservatives to come to the realization that you don't need a maggot crowd, that you don't need the racists, the bigoted, the misogynists, all those people. You don't need them in your party. You can kick them out, baby. Kick them out and clean your fucking house, and then get on with the business of governance. But as long as you got that fucking mold in your house and we can all see it, no, baby. It's a losing bid, man. In the end, they lose. Because there's more good people in this world, I believe, than there are bad. There's more good-hearted people in this country than there are evil assholes that just want to do, their best to agree.
I believe that, but the good-hearted people are the quiet people that try not to.
That is it.
Or shit up.
It's only until we were faced with a national emergency like Trump, and it was only after he got in the office that everybody went, holy shit, look at this. Now, there was a whole lot of us before that. We all knew, look at this, hey, there's an idiot coming. But, again, like you just said, sometimes it takes that emergency to bring us to life. And that's what Trump did. That's how come he got his ass tossed out, big time. And that's
bad things happen when good people do nothing, right?
Yes, bad things happen when good people do nothing, and good things happen when good people do show up. There's the stories that we don't see every day. Occasionally you see in the news where Good Samaritan helps out in a desperate situation, but those stories happen every day. But we don't see them in the news because, they
don't sell.
Yeah, no, they don't sell. All the nasty shit, the murders, the thieving, all of it, That's the drama of the day, not nice people doing nice things, but that happens more every day, I believe, than all the bad that goes on in life, and there's plenty of it. There's plenty of it.
I think ultimately, John, good will prevail.
That's what I like to think, and you can carry that thought whether it be in politics or what we were talking about, religion. It's good that will prevail. It doesn't mean God will prevail. It's the right thing. Karma, whatever you want to fucking call it.
Right.
Will happen.
Well, good and quiet
out.
people also have a breaking point. So.
Yeah. Oh yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Everybody does, baby. But I'm glad that Trump riled or brought this country to life. As far as the political nature goes, because we needed that involvement on the left. We need it with everywhere, because it's the lifeblood of our democracy. If people become disenfranchised and just don't show up, then it's pretty easy to manipulate what happens.
Yeah.
And that's what our whole system is based on. The idea that the populace is involved in
Yeah, that was
governing.
an encouragement. That was an encouragement, John, to see all the people that came out in the midterms to vote.
Yes,
I mean, it was overwhelming as far as I could tell. You know,
it
people are
was.
sick and tired of the bullshit.
Well, and that's the simplest thing anyone can do. Show
It
up,
is.
vote.
It is.
Hmm.
It's not that difficult. Well,
Nope.
it's not that
Some
difficult where
places
I
it
live.
is.
Some
but-
places it is, and we should address that because
We're
in this
trying
day and
to.
age, there's no reason for a line to be blocks and blocks long. There's just no reason for it. It's designed to be that way,
Oh yeah.
and that's but the right now the Republican forces are trying to do more of that, to put up more roadblocks, more hoops that you have to jump through to do something to get to vote. You know.
Mm.
Because in their
Yeah, it's
views,
done
the
on
fewer
purpose.
people that vote, the better for them. What's that,
Well,
Johnny?
yeah, it's done. It's done on purpose. It's done on purpose.
Yeah.
They're hoping that people get sick and tired. Screw this, I'm going home. And the
That's
thing
what
is,
they
the
count
people
on.
did not do that.
They
They
count on
didn't do that. That's right. The Republican Party underestimated the people.
I think the Democrats in the past have had a little bit of a problem with, well, and maybe the Republicans too. People who vote an item, not a person, but an item.
Right.
Like we all know the Republicans, it was abortion, but the Democrats was a little bit different. They each had their own specific little thing that was like, yeah, no, I'm not voting for him, or yeah,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
No, our
Mhm.
big item now is just fuck Trump.
Yeah, fuck Trump.
It's just
Make sure
anything
that
but him
doesn't
and anything
happen.
that looks like
Yeah.
him.
Yeah, make sure that shit doesn't happen again.
That's
the
your
key
one
drive
item.
that we have to
That's it.
maintain is don't let that shit happen again because we
Don't
allowed
let
him
that
in
shit
our
happen
house.
again.
Well,
Nope.
let me ask you, this, John. Do you think? I mean, in light of what Trump did and how he ran our country or didn't run it,
Say that
do you
again.
think it's real? I said, in light of what Trump did to our country, how I feel that he ran it into the ground. Do you honestly think that it could be possible that Trump could be nominated for the presidency and win?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, he could be nominated. Yeah.
He could be nominated, and could he win? I don't think he could. I don't believe he could.
I think
Is
he
it
has a longer
possible?
road to go.
We didn't think he'd
Is
get
that
elected the
what
first
you-
time.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna
So,
say.
you know, this is not something we can take for granted. You know,
No,
and, until we sufficiently deal with him, he's always going to be a threat. But on that note, he was out selling NFTs today. So I think is, you know, not such a big deal nowadays. And the headline just a minute ago, the polling shows Trump way below DeSantis, you know, by 30 some odd points. You know,
I'm wondering, John, if it's just if he's not mentally ill, something's wrong mentally or something.
With
It makes no
Trump?
sense what he did.
oh
Yeah.
yes, there is something
Major.
mentally wrong with that man. But I don't want him to be able to use that as some kind of defense. You know, I'm mentally ill. It's not my fault. It's not my fault. They all knew it. I was crazy. I was a snake before you let me in.
Well,
all
and he
that
kind
shit.
of has a point. People voted for him, so who's the crazy one?
Yeah.
You know.
Well, he'll just blame it on the Democrats or somebody, on Biden maybe.
Indeed.
No,
You
it's
think-
always somebody else's fault.
To quote
Yeah.
Michael Johnson, who just came in with a $2 donation, thank you, Michael. It says you think flu is up. Tinfoil poisoning is terrible. Yes, yes, and catching over in some portions of our country. What do you got the tin hat for, Bob? Ain't you heard? You best get you a tin hat. Yeah, well, protect you
I
from
think
all
there's
that.
a shortage on that
Yeah, probably so.
tinfoil.
Better get you the new and improved model too. Don't get that old shit. Get the new shit. Oh, ain't it sad? But no, just looking back on how we started, the way I think his NFT thing shows you where he's at. Shows us where he's at. You know,
It's just
he's
so
desperate.
bizarre. I mean, an ex-president.
Yeah.
I hate to even think of that, but an ex-president hawking
And-
trading cards.
Not only
Sounds like
not
a
only
kid.
talking trading cards, but look at the trading cards.
Yeah.
Look
Yeah.
at those and think,
Cartoon.
yes,
characters of himself.
fantasy. You know, and it plays it, but it plays into the you see the rallies with the Trump rallies with the Trump head and the Rambo body holding the the BAR or something. That's who they think he is.
I
So
thought
of
only
course they're
Hollywood
gonna-
could come up with these kind of
Oh
stories.
man, I'm telling you, it is. But
I'll give him time and he will.
The new
I just
unreality
don't know
show.
what's next. Is he gonna get some deal with a cereal company and Trumpios or something?
See,
Right?
You want to
that's
be
why,
like Donnie?
John,
Eat your Trumpios.
Get your little
That's
Trump
why-
decoder ring.
Yeah, get your
and,
Trump decoder
Oh.
ring. That's what it will
Because
be.
you really need one to understand him.
John, it's like a cartoon show on a Saturday. Stay tuned for the next
Stay
episode
tuned.
of
Yeah. What
Trumpy
creepiness
Boy.
blends in Donnie's head? The shadow
Uh-huh.
knows. Yeah, I'm telling you.
The
It's-
maggot knows.
Yeah, the maggots know.
Oh,
It
Lord.
is. The next thing I expect from him is, some other bullshit that he's going to try to sell. But whatever it is, it's going to have to do with money. It's got to be money. Money
Oh,
making,
yeah.
and that's the only thing he's in.
That's it. It's all about money.
Well, with all I understand now. With all the lawsuits and everything, it's not coming out of his pocket. He's got so many people supporting his defense that he'll never run out of money.
I
the
don't think
government.
he even has pockets. He just doesn't have money or pockets.
I think it speaks volume. I can't say who. But somebody who was a big Trump supporter had the big signs of Trump, 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 Trump. Made it a point to let me know that, I'm not a big Trump supporter, John.
Oh,
Now.
now. Yeah, now can see a little
Because
bit
it's
of
embarrassing to admit that that's what you were.
right.
It's embarrassment.
Right.
It's an embarrassment they're going to have to live with the rest of their fucking life, as far as I'm
But
concerned.
that's
That's
the
who you
quiet
support.
thing I was
Maggot,
telling you.
that
So if they
disgusting piece of
quietly,
shit is who you put a sign in your yard for.
right, if they quietly disengage, that's okay. You
Yeah.
don't have to admit anything. Just quietly disengage.
Disengage from that
Mhm.
shit. And that's
All
what
good.
conservatives need to do. They just need to turn their back on his ass. And just quit talking about him, quit letting him in your club, don't do anything that
Don't go to his freaking rallies.
don't go to his
And-
rally.
Don't buy his
That's the
stupid
same.
hat.
Just let him
But
die
that's-
out as a bad memory.
That's the same thing too with the media.
Yeah.
The media needs to stop covering him all the time. Every chance they get, you see Trump on TV. I'm getting sick of it. It's like,
But that's
don't
all about
even-
money too, Johnny Fi. It's
I've
what,
been noticing there's fewer and fewer
Mm.
stories, except for when something that goes pop.
Outrageous.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Keith Thompson's
'cause
got
he
the
wants
right idea.
attention.
Keith came in with a $5 donation and said right-wing nut jobs believe in living back to the 1870s, and progressives
You got
are
that
equal
right.
Star Trek. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
where we're going. I think that's a pretty good analogy.
It is.
It is. They want to go backwards. They want to have control, and progressives just want to go where. What is? Wait a minute. Go where no man has gone before. Is that
John,
what it is?
I think.
To boldly
think I
go
posted-
where no man has gone before.
Yeah, I think I posted. I know I posted it on my Facebook page, but I think I posted it on yours too. It was a good article, and they actually mentioned that the Republican Party
Yes,
is a party that wants to go backwards.
it's a digressive party.
Yeah, read
Yeah.
that article. I think it's from Ross Story. I get it in my
I
email.
think it's a good analogy. Use Star Trek because everybody knows that's the future. And by the way, I want my George Jetson car. I know I got maybe 10,
Yeah.
maybe 15 years left in my ass. Get me my George Jetson car.
Well, John,
But that's where
I
we
got
want to
news for
go.
you.
You
I
know,
got news for you, John. You have to get a pilot's license to be able to fly one.
I didn't see that in the cartoon. Not a bit. Not a bit. He just jumps in and it just goes. Go.
Yeah,
I don't
okay.
need no stinking
And it's got
license.
to make
Lots of
that noise,
airspace
too. I
up
want
there.
it-
Don't worry about
I
it.
want my space car to make that little noise.
Yeah, that's right. I want mine to
Yeah,
make
I
that
want
noise
that
too. Hell yes.
I
That's
used
the way it was sold
when
to me.
when I would ride my bicycle, I had a little thing that would do that.
Did you?
Oh,
Oh, I tell you how a little bell that you ring.
I had
I
playing,
put
I had
little.
playing cards,
yeah, playing
clothespins
cards.
holding them on to the spokes so they make that.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I
Well, I would
remember
put
that.
Get
I
your
would put a
motor
little
running.
balloon.
Head
I
out
put a
on the
little balloon
highway.
in my spokes.
Hello, Mama. Hello, Mama. You've been with your babies all day long. Let me show you the proud Mama of what we thought. Let me get this out. I don't know if I told y'all. We lost one of the kids. One
Oh,
of them didn't make it. But when they were
Oh.
born, I kept holding up my fingers. 5. We have 5.
hey,
Well,
kittens.
one died. And we buried
You know
him.
when
And then we went to go look again and counted. Wait a minute. There's still 5. So there's still
Oh.
5. She had 6. She lost 1. And but she is, again, being a good mama. And she's very attentive to them. She's taking care of them. And just don't
Good.
step on none of the keyboards and we're fine.
mm,
Right on.
when Mama and I went by your house, we saw a black cat walk, going down the road,
Oh, pray
and my
tell.
wife said,
Around my house?
"Yeah, we
You
broke
should
in
have stopped and
security."
picked it up.
Yeah, Joe. Why didn't you stop and pick up that cat? It was homeless, buddy. There was a homeless cat out there. You could have helped him.
Ah,
Come back
Well,
again
she-
tomorrow. I'll put 6 of them out on the road for you.
Just use a butterfly net. They're faster to pick up that way.
oh Lord,
I didn't see you come by. Normally,
No,
I
I-
see any traffic I normally see on the security camera. I just didn't. I wasn't paying attention, I guess. You drove by.
we
when
went by the house and the signs that smiled you on candy camera,
Yep,
and
yep.
waving at you and everything, and nobody came out.
I got a sign out there that says exactly that. Smile. You're on camera all the time. 16 of them around my house. Any direction you come into my house, you're on camera, baby. And whatever happens in the street or next door or down the street, it's all on camera.
Oh yeah,
I like it like that. I wish I didn't
yeah.
have
We're
to,
showing.
but
I
have
was
to.
showing Mama around.
Well, I'm glad you swung by. You should have honked your horn. I want to come out, bud.
Well, I looked for the truck and I seen it, but then my wife, she's shy.
Can you
She's
see
very
that?
shy.
Tell him, Joe. Can you see my house?
She's still asleep.
Joe, can you see my house? Did you actually physically?
From the road, you can't see his house.
Yeah,
can
Oh,
you?
from the road, it's
No.
up on stilts. It's,
Yeah, it's up on stilts and it's in them trees where you can't see anything. Nothing.
it's kind of hard to see it.
It is hard to
Yes.
see my house. As a
It
matter of fact,
reminds me
I'm
of the tree.
exploring solar panels, and I was talking to the young lady. She said, "Well, we can put them right on the roof." I said, "No, not on my roof. You ain't. Don't get no sun up there
Hey,
on my roof."
Hey, John.
Yeah.
Are you sure you're not one of those tree people, maybe, that they can't see your house?
That they can't see my what?
I said, are you sure you're not one of those tree people
I am.
that live up in the
They
trees?
call
that they
me
can't?
Tarzan. That's what they. I look just
I
like
can
him
get-
too.
Are you sure? Is it just George of the
Hang
Jungle?
down the rope.
I like where I'm
Hey.
at. The river's in my backyard. I have almost 3 acres here. It's
Hey, John, did they Photoshop your head to Tarzan's
they don't
body?
need to, buddy. I'm wearing camouflage right now just to hide all my massive muscles.
Oh,
If I took
God.
this skin tight,
Mama's got a picture
Yeah.
of me, my face on Fabio's body.
oh no shit.
No shit, no shit.
There's a few pictures I'm pretty proud of in my life. The ones taken lately, no, not so much. But I can whoop pictures out and go, see? When you roughneck for a living, baby, you tend to get little muscles on you. But
Oh yeah.
then I got lazy in life and
Okay. Put them
Tarzan.
on your. Well, put them on your Facebook timeline,
hey,
John.
hey.
I'll be looking for them.
Yeah, no. Memory lane.
I
can
stay
be-
out. I don't put
memory lane
pictures
can
like
be
that.
painful, buddy. I don't look like that no more. Oh,
Okay, Johnny
shit.
Fly. Okay,
We got
Johnny
a
Fly.
$5
Stop it.
fine
Just
for
stop.
Hey,
whining.
hey,
What was
hey,
that, Keith?
Please don't get jealous now.
What?
Just,
What?
just stop.
Keith is getting jealous now.
We got a $5 fine for whining. Anyway, I'm glad we came in tonight and had a good meeting, a good lighthearted. We had fun tonight.
Yeah.
I want to thank everybody for coming in and joining the conversation. We had a kick-ass time. Donnie selling his NFTs. I'm still going to go to bed tonight laughing about that shit. I ain't kidding. It's going to be cold tonight, too. The temperature will drop tonight. Tomorrow, John is not wearing a T-shirt outside. Guarantee you that shit. I'm going to be
Oh,
cold.
and
Keith?
JoJo's gonna get up at 1 o'clock in the morning and take Mama to work.
You're a good man, Joe. You're a good man. Anyway,
Trying to
not
close
much
the
longer.
door here in
Keep
Minnesota.
the door closed. Keith, please, brother, I'm begging you, keep the door closed. Keith, thank
Keep
you.
it shut, Keith.
Thank you for coming in, Keith, and joining the conversation, brother. Take care of yourself. Hoorah, semper fidelis, my friend. Glad to have you. Anyway,
Hoorah.
hoorah. Joe, thank you for coming in, brother.
You're very welcome.
Appreciate it. Glad you and Mom are back from your trip. Honeymoon.
Oh,
When's
yeah.
the next honeymoon, Joe? Come on, buddy.
Oh, I'm
You better
thinking
get to planning that shit. Make the rest
oh,
of us look
I'm,
like
I'm way
shit.
ahead of you, John.
Yeah,
way
if my
ahead
wife
of you.
watches this, she's gonna go in there and say, "Where's my honeymoon?" And then
February,
I'm gonna say, "I'll
February,
get you
we're
for that,
going
Joe."
up to Redoso
Oh, you're gonna go up to Ruidoso?
in February.
That's pretty. That's up in New Mexico.
Oh,
For all
yes.
anybody who don't know, that is a beautiful area up in New Mexico.
I just bought new shoes for my Black Beauty, and she's ready to go.
Outstanding, brother. Well, I hope you have fun. Anyway, thank you for coming by, Johnny
You
Fly.
betcha.
Thank you, brother, all
Yes.
the way up in Pennsylvania. We enjoyed it.
Well, I enjoy you having me.
Keep the
It's
door
really-
closed up there too.
I'll try. I'll try.
I appreciate it. But take care of yourself, and we appreciate you coming in and joining the conversation.
Thanks for having me.
And miss you, chick. Thank you, darling.
Yeah.
I appreciate you.
Hey,
so much.
before John hits that button, don't forget to like, share, and
There
subscribe.
you go. Like, share, and subscribe. John Brideville, Blue Dot in Texas, baby. Put that blue in your heart and keep it going.
Mr. Chick, I think you memorize that and sleep when you go to sleep at night.
We're a family. We're a family. Anyway, thank you all for coming in. This conversation that goes on in the chat is just amazing. I want to thank our YouTube family and our Facebook family for being part of this. So much of it is a big part of it. But Maria Betancourt, Gene Prim, Jeff Curry, Bart Larson, Latonia. Oh, you're going to get me with that. She's got a last name like mine. It went by, too, so I only saw it for a moment. Thank you very much. I appreciate y'all being here. Again, getting close to Christmas. Let that spirit come in your heart. I hope you have a great day tomorrow. Put a smile on your face. Put a smile on somebody else's face. Make your heart light, baby. And we're hell, we're almost out of this year, baby. We're going to head into 23. Lord, for some of us, that's really a stretch. John and Carolyn, thank you very much for being here. I appreciate y'all so much, baby. Y'all take care of yourself tonight, and y'all say goodnight to everybody.
Good night,
Good night,
everybody.
everybody.
Good night. Merry Christmas to all.
Merry Christmas to all, and to all
And-
a good night.
A good night.
There
Because
you
it's
go. Bye.
indictment season.